drama 42. As well as capturing Robinson's off-field contribution to the civil rights movement, Boseman needed to appear authentically athletic for scenes on the field. To prepare, Boseman trained twice a day for 3.5 months, following the same technique as the pros. Wrong. When portraying a musician as influential as Brown, the pressure is on, not only to sound the same, but to move the same as well. Boseman had to do the splits while filming Get On Up, not once, but the key to achieving Boseman's lean physique likely lies more with the classic bodybuilding techniques, including circuit training and a less substantial diet that still. Between performances as Black Panther, Boseman played Thurgood Marshall in the 2017 biopic Marshall, replacing Civil War's airport battles with clashes in the courtroom. Understandably, Boseman would look out of place as the future Supreme Court justice if he maintained the mask. So to fit tailored trousers and well-fitted blazers, the actor needed to strip away 25 pounds of hard-earned muscle. Between the rap on Marshall and the beginning of Black Panther's production in January 2017, Boseman needed to recover lost muscle mass to ensure his shoulders could carry the weight of expectation for his return as T'Challa. With the added spotlight and increased screen time, Boseman's training regimen will presumably have been even more intense than his Civil War workout, but the principles will remain the same, a gradual progression of lean mass.
I know personally that your generosity extends past what you have given on the stage and screen. Many of you already know the story that Mr. Washington, when asked by Felicia Rashad to join her in assisting 9 theater students from Howard University who had been accepted to a summer acting program at the British Academy of Dramatic Acting in Oxford, he gracefully and privately agreed to contribute. As fate would have it, I was one of the students that he paid for. Imagine receiving a letter that your tuition for that summer was paid for and that your benefactor was none other than the dopest actor on the planet. I have no doubt that there are similar stories at boys and girls clubs and theaters and churches across the country where I know you have also inspired and motivated others. An offering from a sage and a king is more than silver and gold. It is a seed of hope, a bud of faith. There is no Black Panther without Denzel Washington. And not just because of me, but my whole cast, that generation stands on your shoulders. The daily battles won, the 1,000 territories gained, the many sacrifices you made for the culture on film sets through your career, the things you refused to compromise along the way, laid the blueprints for us to follow. And so now, let he who has watered be watered. Let he who has given be given too. It is an honor to now know you, to learn from you, and join in this work with you. May God bless you exceedingly and abundantly more in what's in store than he ever has before. God bless you.
It's April 15th. It's Jackie Robinson Day. That's right, it's still Jackie Robinson Day. I can't think of a better time to remember my hero, and he's the hero of many of you out there, than this time that we're in, this pandemic. I can't think of a better way to commemorate everything that he was about than to announce the partnership between Tolco and Figs. You know, Figs is one of the companies that's the designer and manufacturer of modern medical apparel. And Tolco is basically my friend Thomas Toll, who through the company Legendary produced 42. Tolco and Figs is donating $4.2 million, 4.2 for 42, in protective medical equipment in honor of Jackie Robinson Day. You know, for the last couple of weeks, we found that the statistics for COVID-19 have shown that the African American community has been hit the hardest. The Latino community has been hit the hardest, and that's partially because we're the frontline workers. We're the ones still going to work. We're the ones still driving the buses. But in the hospitals and in the medical field, we're the EMTs. We're the ones who are, going to battle every day. In some of the hospitals that are servicing, our people, there's just not enough equipment. There's not enough, masks. There's not enough gloves. There's not enough isolation gowns. And so what Tolko and Fix is doing is they're going to execute the distribution of those scrubs, of those masks, of those isolation gowns to those hospitals that have been impacted the most. And that's what we need. That's the leadership we need. So I applaud Thomas Tull. He filled in the gap when we were doing 42. There were people that didn't believe in it. And it's the same thing happening right now. Throughout this process, the federal government and the states have not exactly come together. The federal government has not made sure those companies that provide, that they put a bid in and then distribute as needed the equipment. The same thing is happening with the tests. The federal government has to put a bid in and, make sure that the prices don't get driven up on the states, especially the ones that need it the most. And then that can be distributed properly. So we need leadership like this in order to fill in the gap. So there are others of you out there who can work in similar ways until the states and the federal government get it together. But we can't wait. We can't allow people to die in that process and them working it out. So Jackie Robinson Day is still alive. We're still in second base. We're still in third base. We're still in home. And so let's celebrate him today. And those hospitals and those medical organizations that are doing the work. We can't just say, we appreciate them. Let's get them what they need in Chicago, in Michigan, in the various places that they need it. So happy Jackie Robinson Day. Happy hashtag Operation 42. That's what this is. Operation 42. 4.2 million. Thomas Tull, you the man.